Hello and welcome to another episode of the Diski preview show where I give you the latest fixtures for today and you can definitely use that information I give you to go place a bet at betfred.co.za. Today is the 9th of March 2023. It is a Wednesday, which means we continue with some more Champions League action and two big games to check out today, including PSG taking on Bayern Munich and AC Milan taking on Tottenham Hotspurs. I'll be breaking down both those fixtures for you in just a moment, but just a reminder that we have price boost on those matches and all you need to do is click on the link below to sign up, or you can visit betfred.co.za, and under promotions you'll find the latest and the greatest competitions and specials we're currently running. For those price boosted markets, all you need to do is navigate to the price boost. I'll be making a video very soon showing you how to navigate to price boosted markets and how to place bets. In fact, you can go check out one of our videos which is called how to make a book a bet, and that has some information on that. But let's get right into it. This video is for the 9th of March 2023, UEFA Champions League night. PSG taking on Bayern Munich, AC Milan taking on Tottenham Hotspurs. Let's start off with PSG versus Bayern Munich. As you can see, Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain are in action tonight at 10 p.m. And let's look at what the stats have to say about this game. And let's start off with the win probability. As you can see there, it is sitting at 52% for Bayern Munich to go on and win this match. And then on the other side, we've got the draw sitting at 22%. But a 26% win probability is one that I don't think Paris Saint-Germain will be proud of. As you can see right there, they're sitting on 26% in terms of win probability to go on and win this match, which they will be far from proud about. But when you look at the form there in the middle, as you can see, the current form for Bayern Munich is sitting at 86% because they've won 6 out of their last 7 matches with just that one loss, that very lonely loss right there, making them not look like the giants we know them to be. As you can see, 6 wins, including 4 wins back to back, and just that one loss kind of messing up their form going into this game. On the other side of the coin, we can see that for Paris Saint-Germain, they're sitting at a 57% form percentage, and you have to look very carefully. As you can see, they lost 3 games back to back, but they've managed to put that form aside and get 3 wins back to back. So as you can see, their form there has 4 wins and 3 losses to their name. So obviously there's a lot to be done from a Paris Saint-Germain's perspective. And then we move forward down. As you can see, the history since 2017, it seems that since these two teams have met, Bayern Munich have managed to win 5 of those 7 encounters. So no draws in between these two teams since they've met. As you can see, that there's been 11 goals scored by Bayern Munich and only 8 goals scored by Paris Saint-Germain coming into this game. And it says here that if you're looking at form on the other side, in the last 10 matches that Bayern Munich has been in, they've scored in every single match, including a couple of 1 goal matches, and they've managed to score 4 goals on 2 occasions and scored 3 on 2 occasions as well. Paris Saint-Germain, the only form we need to talk about, the streak that they're currently on is 3 wins in a row. So they are also not slouches when it comes to this match. When you talk about their history, you can see there right in the center of your screen, the last time they met was in the first round of this very tie when Bayern Munich won it by 1-0. And then before that, Bayern Munich won it again by 1-0, but that was in the quarterfinals way back in 2021. And don't forget, in that fixture, Paris Saint-Germain there managed to win 3-2 at the Allianz Arena. So don't forget, this match is taking place at the Allianz Arena, and if this round of fixture is going to be a mirror of the previous one, we might just see another 1-0 result. And speaking of which, as you can see, that they did meet in the Champions League final of 2020. That was the one that Robert Lewandowski won with Hansi Flick at the helm as the manager. They won it by 1-0, while PSG with Thomas Tuchel went on to fail to win the trophy, and then famously Thomas Tuchel came back the next season to win the trophy. So that is some information that you definitely need when you're making up your decision. Looking at both these teams coming into this match, the last 6 games they've been involved in. For Bayern Munich, as you can see, a 2-1 win against Stuttgart, a 3-0 win against Union Berlin. They lost out to Mönchengladbach by 3-2 before they beat PSG by 1-0. So as you can see, the last 4 matches, they've been putting together a good run of form. And for Bayern Munich, no losses in their last few matches. They beat Stuttgart, they beat Union Berlin, but they did unfortunately lose out to Mönchengladbach, which really messed up their form, because since they beat Paris Saint-Germain, the next match was Mönchengladbach and they lost that one. But for Paris Saint-Germain, since that loss to Bayern Munich, things have been going quite well. They managed to beat Lille, they beat Marseille, and they beat Nantes, which puts them in a good space and also puts them in a great frame of mind going into this match, knowing very well that even in their history, they did manage to win 3-2 at the Allianz Arena. They'll be looking to repeat that very result. And after this, Bayern Munich have to worry about a visit from Augsburg, and they also have Bayer Leverkusen, coached by one of their own former midfielders in Xabi Alonso. He'll be coming in and facing that side. This will be taking place where my cursor currently is. And looking at the rest of the season for them, or the next few matches for them, they've got Dortmund, they've got Freiburg, and they've got Freiburg again. So they've got Freiburg in the DFB Pokal, and they also have them in the Bundesliga. Very interesting there for Bayern Munich. For Paris Saint-Germain, their next match will be against Porto, Rennes, Lyon, and Nice. They'll be looking to win all those matches. And don't forget, for Paris Saint-Germain, it is a history-making season. They now have 10 titles, which means they've matched 10 League 1 titles, which means they've matched Saint Etienne, which means that if they win the season, if they win the title again this season, they will go on and be the record holders in terms of League 1 titles at this point in time. They'll have 11, and that will put them as the record holders for the League 1 title overall. Bayern Munich won their group. PSG finished second in their group. And speaking of key players, as you can see, Leroy Sané has been the man to count on for Bayern Munich in the UEFA Champions League, with 5 appearances and 4 goals, 2 of them being a first goal, one of them being a last goal. He comes in this thing with a goal per minute ratio of 0.80. Gotta keep that one in mind. Choupo-Moting as well comes into this game after 5 appearances with 3 goals. Who would have thought that the former Paris Saint-Germain man would be so pivotal to what Bayern Munich have been able to put together this season? On the other side of the cards, as you can see, we crossed the line. Record holder, 201 goal record holder, Kylian Mbappe comes into this game. 7 appearances in the Champions League, 7 goals scored, 3 of them being a first goal and 1 of them being a penalty. He's been very, very, very crucial to Paris Saint-Germain this season, and also very crucial to France as they went on to charge on to try and win the World Cup. So a very crucial player, a very big player. In fact, he's a big match player, already having scored 1 against Bayern Munich. 7 matches, yes, they haven't scored 1 against Bayern Munich. And as you can see, Lionel Messi also involved with 6 appearances and 4 goals scored, 2 of them being the first goal. Neymar also has to be mentioned in that stat. As you can see, he comes in as the 3rd top goal scorer. So both sides have very key players, and all of them are firing at full cylinders. Bayern Munich will be boosted by the return of one of their goal scorers, Sadio Mane, who has 6 appearances in this competition and has 3 goals, as you can see on my screen. So very, very interesting to see how this match is going to pan out. As you can see, that's the scoring and conceding stats. And that's where I'm going to leave it for now. We're going to get back to the top, and let's talk about where I would place my bets when it comes to this match. Where I'll start to place my bets, first and foremost, I've got to go with Bayern Munich to qualify. I'm going to definitely go with Bayern Munich to qualify, and I'll also, just for the sake of peace, go for both teams to score. I think both teams have it in them, and I generally don't think that they're going to be slipping up either way. So I think both teams will score in this particular match. And in terms of total goals, I'm not going to be brave enough to go for that one. But one thing I will consider is goal scorers. And looking at Kylian Mbappe's record, 7 goals in 7 games, I think he might just have another goal in him. But look at that. Anytime goal scorer, Choupo-Moting has the best odds as one of the players that he most likely will score in this game. But I'm going to go for someone who played for Liverpool, who's just returning from injury, and that's going to be Sadio Mane. And as you can see there, I'm going to be wrapping up my Betslip. And there we go. My prediction is set in stone, and I'm going to accept my odds. And there we go with the book a bet code. So if you want to follow my steps and place a bet with betfred.co.za, that is how you do it. You just take up that code and go on and place your bets at the till. Don't forget that this will be valid until kickoff tomorrow. Let's get back to the other match. AC Milan are going to be in action against Tottenham Hotspurs. And as you can see, also over 1,050 markets available for that match. I won't be dwelling so much on them as well. But for just peace of mind, just a reminder that this is a big game in any regard. AC Milan, Tottenham Hotspurs, do not take this one lightly. Second leg in the UEFA Champions League round of 16. They will both be gunning to win this one. So before I go into who I'm going to go with, let's talk about the stats. As you can see, Tottenham Hotspurs are going to be the home side, and on the other side, AC Milan will be traveling. So the Tottenham Hotspurs Stadium is our venue for this match. And as you can see, let's start off by looking at the home win probability. As you can see, for Tottenham Hotspurs, they're sitting at a home probability of 49%. So 49% win probability for Tottenham Hotspurs, with a 27% draw probability, 27% draw probability. And for the other side, AC Milan, they'll be sitting on a 24% win probability, as you can see there on your screen, 24% win probability. So that kind of sets the stage for this match. As you can see, when it comes down to form, AC Milan are sitting at 57% in terms of their form, while on the other side, Tottenham Hotspurs have not been faring so well. In fact, they're coming into this match, if you look at that stat right there, on the back of 2 losses in a row. So in their last 7 games, they have 4 losses and 3 wins, while on the other side, AC Milan have 4 wins and 3 losses. A very, very interesting going into this game. And then looking at the history between these two sides since 2011, it seems that Tottenham Hotspurs have won 3 of these matches, drawn once, and AC Milan have only beaten Tottenham Hotspurs since 2011 on 1 occasion. In this fixture, they've managed to score just 5 goals. It's not a highest goal-scoring fixture. As you can see, total goals scored by Tottenham Hotspurs are 4, while only 1 was scored by AC Milan. Very interesting to see there. In terms of the last meetings of these two sides, AC Milan come into this game with a 1-0 lead going into the next round of this competition. Don't forget, they did get that 1-0 win when they played on the 14th of February, Valentine's Day, at the San Siro. When they played at the San Siro, they won it by 1-0. Tottenham Hotspurs will have to take this and try to turn it around in their own Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But since these teams have met, as you can see, like I said, not a big goal-scoring match. There's even a 0-0 draw last time they met in that round of 16. That was way back in 2011. But since then, they've been managing to get a win out of this. And in fact, Tottenham Hotspurs, before that match that took place on Valentine's Day, Tottenham Hotspurs were the team that were winning this game consistently with 2 wins in a row, a draw and a win in 2011. So tables have turned. AC Milan have the lead going into the next round. Will Tottenham Hotspurs be able to turn around? When you talk about lost matches, as you can see, Tottenham Hotspurs lost out to Wolves, and they've also lost out to Sheffield United, both on the road. The last time they played at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, they managed to beat Chelsea by 2-0. Hopefully, their home form will carry them. As you can see, they also beat West Ham at home, and then the last time they did lose again was against Leicester City. So just a little bit of a trend I'm picking up there. And as you can see, once they played home once again, they managed to beat none other than Manchester City. So a little bit of maybe a plus-minus kind of situation where you can see away from home struggles, but once they play at home, it does kind of give them an edge. And it's, just to solidify and stamp this, as you can see, when they played Manchester City at home, away, they lost out to Manchester City 4-2. For AC Milan, they come into this game brimming with confidence, although they did lose to Fiorentina by 2-1. Many will argue that they had one eye on the UEFA Champions League next round, and they went to the maybe inferior squad to what they usually would play on a weekend. But they had to keep one eye on the UEFA Champions League. They have a 1-goal lead, and they won't want to concede it. They know just how much talent Tottenham Hotspurs has, and they have to make sure that they keep it locked up at the back, so don't risk all your talent. So they lost out to Fiorentina 2-1. They did beat Atalanta and Monza and the Tottenham Hotspurs back-to-back with clean sheets and a minimum of 1 goal scored in those games. That form continued starts all the way from the time they faced Torino, and as you can see, that was on the 10th of February, just before that UEFA Champions League match. And then when they faced Inter Milan, they lost out by 1-0. After this, Tottenham Hotspurs have to worry themselves with the visit from Nottingham Forest. Then they have to go play at the St. Mary's against Southampton. Then they're all the way to Goodison Park to go play against Everton, and then they have Brighton and Bournemouth as their next few matches. So they'll be looking at a possible return to the Champions League in between those fixtures if they manage to get through and win this tie. For AC Milan, they have Tottenham Hotspurs in this match like we just discussed, and then they also got Salernitana in the next match, Udinese, Napoli, Empoli and Bologna as some of the fixtures to look out for as they build up to the next round. Tottenham Hotspurs, don't forget, they won their group emphatically. They had 3 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss, while AC Milan themselves had 3 wins, 1 draw and 2 losses in their group, which means they finished all the way down in second. Olivier Giroud has been the man banging in the goals for AC Milan. 7 matches, 4 goals, 2 of them being first goals, 2 of them being penalties, while on the other side of it, Richarlison has been the man to go to 4 goals for Tottenham Hotspurs this season. Son did have 7 appearances in the competition but could only put together 2 goals, while you can see Harry Kane with 7 appearances only has 1 goal in the competition. So as much as we know of the Harry Kane and Son combination, it just hasn't been working in the Champions League this season, which is going to be a worrying fact and a worrying statistic for Tottenham Hotspurs going into this particular game. They'll be keeping a close eye on that and hoping that this team can turn it around. Richarlison is the main guy when it comes to the goals so far this season, with a goal per minute ratio of 0.40. Son has a goal per minute ratio of 0.29. So that's how we're going to go into this one. And when it comes to my prediction for this game in particular, well, if I was to prepare a slip for you, I would definitely go for the following markets. I think AC Milan have what it takes to qualify, but it's a risky fair to place my bet on that because it's still a 1-0 lead. And that could always turn it around. We saw what happened with Tottenham Hotspurs a few seasons ago when they played Ajax in the UEFA Champions League semi-finals. They managed to turn around. They are a UEFA Champions League season side now, having been in the Champions League final within this decade. So at the end of the last decade. So they'll definitely be looking to shock the world. They are at home, and maybe form goes out the window when teams are desperate to pick up a result. So what I would do if I was going to go for this one, I'd definitely say there's going to be a lot of goals in it. I do maybe foresee more than two, maybe a 2-1 result, maybe a 3-2 result. So I'll go for goals over 2.5. And further than that, I'll also check out the goal scorers as a few to look out for. But in fact, here's an interesting market for you to check out if you have not checked it out yourself, and that would be the bookings. So what I'll definitely do with this one, I'll think that Tottenham Hotspurs with their defensive football, in fact, AC Milan with their in fact, you know, this is a lot of catenaccio that's going to be played on the pitch with an Italian coach who coaches Tottenham Hotspurs, and on the other side, also an Italian side in AC Milan who will definitely be trying to keep that clean sheet so they can get 2 goals and be done with it. But since I said there'll be a lot of goals, I'll go for total bookings over 6.5. I think that this game does have a couple of red. In fact, I clicked, it didn't work. I'm going to go for more than 3.5 in terms of those yellow cards. So that'll be my best slip for today. And make sure to check out our page for price boosted markets. And I'll put $100 on that one, and I'm gonna accept it, and I'm gonna go on and click the book a bet. So if you wanna make a book a bet, make sure to check out that code, and just like that, we are done for today. So there's my book a bet code, and there is my best slip as we wrap it up for today. So that's where I leave you for today. Make sure to stay tuned to the channel. We'll be coming your way with more how-to videos, and also we will be coming your way with more predictions for the Diski preview show. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and also on YouTube. Just subscribe by hitting the button below. Hit the bell notification. We'll be posting these videos every day and keeping you up to date and giving you the latest stats on the favorite football fixtures. Make sure not to miss out on it. This is Betfred, South Africa, and this is the Diski